Hey, welcome, and today we'll check the Vaxee XE V2. Vaxee was kind enough to send me the new version of the XE, but all opinions I share in this video are completely my own. The XE gaming mouse is quite popular in Vaxee's lineup, and one reason is that it was also the first wireless version. Now, 2 years after the XE version 1 wireless model, we finally have the version 2 with big upgrades that make it now even more interesting. Before we get into all the changes, let's do a quick unboxing. The mouse comes in a small square box, which is quite unique for a gaming mouse but very cool. Everything is nicely packed. First there is the mouse, protected by a plastic cover. Mine is black, but I'm sure Vaxee will also offer other vibrant colors. Underneath you'll find the 4K wireless receiver, a USB-A to USB-C cable, and a quick start guide explaining the different settings and LED colors. When it comes to the technical specification, the XE V2 comes with a 3950 sensor and supports a polling rate up to 4000 Hz in wireless mode. You can still change the main settings using the button and LED indicator, but now Vaxee also lets you adjust them with a new web driver, which is available for some of the latest releases, including this XE V2. The layout is very clean and simple with a minimal design that looks great. On the main page you get an overview of how the mouse is set up. You can first change your DPI here, and just below that adjust the polling rate. In standard mode the polling rates cannot go over 1000 Hz, but in competitive mode it can be set to 2000 Hz or higher. On the right side you can change the click latency, or also called debounce time, to 0, 2 or 4 milliseconds. On the next page you can adjust the mode and lift-off distance. Competitive mode with motion sync off by default or motion sync on. This lets you go above 1000 Hz polling rates up to 4000 Hz. If you want lower power usage you can choose standard mode, but the polling rates has to be set at 1000 Hz or lower. You can also change the LOD to low, 0.4mm to 0.9mm, or high, 0.8mm to 1.4mm. In the last tab you can customize the mouse keys. The web driver is a nice upgrade, but the new weight is the biggest improvement. While the XE version 1 has a weight of 76 grams, the V2 now comes with a weight of only 58 grams. Breaking the 60 gram barrier for this size of mouse is quite impressive. It also features the 1-node switches. Now let's do a quick sound and quality check. The main click feels very good, crisp and responsive. There is almost no pre-travel and just a tiny bit of post-travel. They have no side play or wobbling. Overall they are very well designed. The scroll wheel is light and easy to turn with well-defined steps that are easily noticeable. However, the scroll wheel is louder compared to the standards. The side buttons are also impressive. They are quick and reactive with no pre-travel or post-travel. There's a slight wobble from front to back, but it's hardly noticeable during gaming. As accepted from Vaxee, the build quality is top tier. Everything feels solid. No creaking, no flexing and no weak spots. It feels very high quality. The coating is fantastic too. It has a smooth surface that it's not slippery, but grippy enough. It suits my skin perfectly and gives me the grip I need for gaming. The scales that come with the mouse seems high quality. They give the balance speed, but I personally wish the scales, especially the one on the bottom, were a bit larger, like on the older version. Other than that, this is a very well made gaming mouse. But talking about the differences between the two versions, let's take a closer look. Not only are the scales smaller and the XE version 2 lighter, but there is also some other small differences when compared to the XE V1. The first obvious change is that the DPI button on V1 is no longer present on V2. The click seems to have the same shape, but the structure underneath looks clearly different, which is a noticeable improvement in how it's implemented. Another difference is the side buttons design. While their placement seems the same, they are now shorter with a little bit more space between them. When looking at the shape and size, the XE measures 124mm in total length to the front clicks, placing it in the medium size category. In the past, the XE was often compared to the G Pro X Superlight due to some similarities in the potato-shaped design. However, the XE has a flatter back and a more rounded, larger back at the bottom. Today, several mice on the market share a similar shape to the Vaxee XE, such as the Lamzu Maya X and the Razer Viper V3 Pro. Especially the Maya X has the same side shape profile, but it's slightly less wide at the back. It also shares a similar back hump and a total length as the XE. The XE, however, keeps its unique wider hump at the back bottom. This design makes the XE comfortable for gamers with smaller hands who prefer a palm grip. Medium and larger hand size gamers can also enjoy it using a relaxed or aggressive claw grip. The larger bottom back provides strong support to the bottom of the palm, creating a secure locked-in grip style. This is the style I end up using with my hand size of 70 by 9.5 cm. Fingertip grip players with very large and long hands could also find the Vaxee XE V2 comfortable to use. Regarding my experience in gaming, the Vaxee XE V2 did an amazing job. I always feel confident using the Vaxee mice because the sensors are so solid and well implemented, and this one is no exception. It feels extremely responsive with polling rates stable up to 4000 Hz, making the experience smooth and consistent. Even with its lighter weight, the mouse feels solid and durable. The shape makes me use a more locked-in grip, which works really well for tactical shooters like CS2. This Vaxee XE V2 has truly made gaming enjoyable for me. So, to sum up, the XE V2 from Vaxee represents a significant upgrade over the original XE. The key improvement is, of course, the reduced weight, going from 76 grams on the V1 to 58 grams on my V2 unit. This is an 18 grams difference you can feel right away. Plus, all the small updates are real improvement, and the addition of a web driver for adjusting the settings makes this updated XE wireless an excellent choice. Whether you are already a fan of the shape or just looking for a nice symmetrical design with a premium quality feel, the Vaxee XE V2 definitely deserves your attention. So that was for today. I hope you enjoyed this review and find it helpful. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay updated on all my next videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.